Hello everyone, I'm Extra Cheesy 87 and this is Let's Play Trails Through Daybreak part... Anya's, go! Tell us what part it is. No, you don't know? Oh, can you not count that high? You old Nepo baby. Ass. Didn't get to school for real. Probably. Granted, I mean, I actually would like the idea that Anya's is, like, not extremely intelligent and at the prestigious school. Like, the idea of her just being, like, actually normal, but gets enrolled in, like, the super high class, like, elitist school and kind of can't keep up. That would be kind of neat. That's gonna be my headcanon from now on, or my continuing headcanon, is that her ass does not deserve to be there. What are we doing? We're oh yeah, we're gonna fight. We're either gonna fight our monster or do our other quests. We'll fight our monster because it's more boring. How doth I get to said monster? Okay, it's the other direction. My bad, sorry. I think Grimcat's gonna jump out and fight us again. Do we need to make any changes? Are you guys, I mean, you got no CP, and we have Farian, who I think has no ordnance, but you know what? We got Van, and that's all we need. Ain't that right, buddy? Ain't that right? I feel like it's the case. I really do. Kinda wouldn't mind getting a little CP, but...
That enemy looks strong.
I also wouldn't mind not fighting 1,000 plat. Like, do you guys die fast now? What? What even hit me? You got 6 CP on Rosette? That's pretty good. Get his ass. Oh, nice counter, Van. Nice counter. Oh, nice. You're all haters.
I won't let this chance slip by. Here's some extra. Perfect chance.
Okay, we got a little CP out of it.
Praise Arusha and the flames. You did wonderful, Fairy.
Oh my god, it's slimy time. It's time to see some slime. A fearsome foe. I mean, yeah, it's a foe. Technically, there's multiple. Yeah, sure, whatever. Okay. We're not getting super slimed. Right, we're not getting really slimed at all at the start. Okay. We're actually not that tanky at all. Unless you have, like, really, really high defense, which is possible.
Don't mind me.
Come on.
Time to go all out.
Come on, Rosette. Alright, fine. Be a hater. See if I care.
Going all in.
Activating drive.
Okay, your ass is like totally probably grass. I didn't realize we were getting the boost. I should have
Keep it up. It's
pre-boosted. So we want to do it with Van, obviously.
I suggest we strike now. Flames, breathe onto us. A chance.
Okay, what are you doing again? I'll have you do a single.
Activating drive.
Our turn order could have been better there, for sure.
This'll hurt.
Keep it up.
No, you wouldn't be able to do anything.
Here goes.
Oh, but you're not getting your Forte, man. You didn't get your Forte yet.
Like hell you are. Payback time.
I guess like my brain was like, oh, we're gonna temper on top of everything, but then as soon as we didn't have CP to actually do that, then my brain just, you know, forgot the plan entirely. Hit Van. Oh yeah, hit Anya, see if I care.
Have some more. A chance. This'll hurt.
Here's some extra.
Here goes. Time for them. They're stunned.
I won't let this chance slip by.
I didn't feel very stunned to me. Oh, you're actually weak to Earth. Unfortunately, our Earth spell is shit from ass.
Going all in.
Don't mind me. You cannot run. Fire! Miss Glow down. I shall. Miss Glow down.
God, that did nothing.
There. No.
Actually embarrassing.
No, you don't.
Okay, why are they getting a billion moves
goes.
now? Honestly, I kind of expected them to be, like, dead.
Don't take your eye off the enemy. No.
You're not gonna get clipped, are you, Van? Nah, you're good.
time.
He's built different.
Here goes.
They don't really do any damage, which is nice.
Good luck.
Now, this one is still at, like, full HP. Or, like, 35%, but that's, like, basically full. Get his ass.
Payback time.
Pardon me.
We gotta get at
Bring it
least
on.
one of them.
They're stunned. All you, Agnes.
What do you mean you can't hit? Oh, there it goes. Just like the
Have
camera
some more.
angle is messing it up.
Have some more.
Alright, have fun, guys.
Hit him fast, Fairy.
Are you not dead?
Sucker.
Brother!
Like hell you are. Payback time.
A chance. No.
You just do 1 damage?
Like hell you are. Payback time.
I won't let this chance slip by.
I mean, I know they're resistant to physical, but, like, I don't feel like they're, like... It's like sometimes you do, like, 1,000, sometimes you do 1.
Good luck.
Up to you,
You
Reset.
cannot run. Fire. Mr. Arkwright.
This'll hurt.
What's
This'll
it called?
hurt.
Flames protect us.
No, the ability's not called This'll Hurt.
Aerial Buster.
That's a little too on the nose.
Give up.
Brother!
No. That was lousy. Here goes.
What did you die to?
Have some more.
I did. I'm stronger than ever.
The game being so
Mission
easy is, like,
accomplished.
it
Great
makes me
job,
so
you guys.
bad at it.
You're
It's like inverse. It's like because you don't have to think. Your Zypha's ringing, Van. So it is. I swear I've seen this number before.
What's up, Arkwright? Heard you had a bad time in Tharbad.
Uh-oh.
Aw, what do you mean, not you? You're gonna make me cry.
Can you blame me for being wary? People are always hovering over me and judging how I choose to handle my work. Plus, I have a sinking feeling you're only calling to be in trouble to my doorstep again.
Am I that easy to read? Yeah, this job's a toughie for sure.
Go fight him back.
I'll cut to the chase. Would you mind coming with me to the 13th?
I don't know what that means. Oh, I guess the district. Second, I was like, street. I'm like, I don't know where that is, man. Do they have street names? The 13th. Really, you don't need me to spell out what that means. Struck me as the kind of guy who dropped by there a lot. No comment. I'm curious, what business do you have there? Ass and titties. Nothing major. Not exactly a place I fit in, especially as of late. I figured I could ask you to tag along. Come on, help a guy out, will ya? Alright, you win. You owe me one after this, though. Wanna meet up in the C3 area? Sure thing. I don't feel like you need a rush or you got a business to take care of. I can keep myself busy while I wait. So is this like, what kind of shady district are we going to? Is it like shady criminal or shady like, you know, like illicit? What do you want? Nothing much, don't worry about it. Guess I'll head over once I've wrapped up my other work. Okay, choose call it a day from the travel menu. We're not really calling it a day, I mean, we still have a job to do. Could be go meet Zen. So you're not calling it a day. Alright, get me out of here. You guys got healing? No, it's not Riverside. I want to go to Old Town, and I do not want to call it a day.
Go, go, go!
I want to go to the Laguna Bathhouse. And then
Stepping inside?
I will use the bath.
That's the stuff.
I'm really working up a sweat.
So we could skip this. It's like I was trying to hit all the buttons except for the one that actually brings up the skip thingy. But all right.
I feel fully refreshed after that. Come back anytime. Hey,
Okay.
Welcome. Thanks for stopping by.
Nobody
Need
asked.
something fixed?
Did we ever get an HP 3? We did. We did. Indeed we did. Indeed we did. You guys don't sell Action 3s yet. That's okay. That's cool. I didn't really want them. They're not the most useful thing. Or nothing. Feels weird actually having money.
Hope to
I mean,
see you again
It'll be
soon.
gone once we get to the next area, of course, but for a brief fleeting moment, we have the dollary dues.
What do I do?
Let's be on our way.
That's fair.
Is it fair? Me when somebody says some insane ass shit, but like I don't really want to like argue with them because they're insane. That's fair. Yeah, okay. I mean, yeah, I understand what you're saying. Editor's note, his ass did not understand what they were saying.
What have we got?
So we got a 4 SBG. Due to various reasons, I cannot reveal the details of the request here. Please forgive me. Danger is approaching my lady. I need to help her save her. I shall explain everything in person. I'll be waiting beneath the overpass in the side end district. Oh, it's the butler guy. Okay, that's all the boards checked. We have 3 jobs on today's docket. We've already hit our quota, but if you guys want to take care of this one too, I'm game. Alright, let's go talk to the creepy butler. Dude's just standing there menacingly outside the sewers. Oh no, not the sewers! I just went to the sewers! Trails to the damn sewers, more like. Yo, got a request from a Rumsfeld? You the guy? I'm Spriggan from Arkwright Solutions. Ah yes, thank you. It's good to put a face to the name. Even if the face is rather ugly. Haha! And don't let it be known that old people don't got jokes. Your request entailed rescuing a young lady? Yes, let's get right to it. I haven't much time. The lady in question is Brasilia, daughter of the CEO of the Bank of Edith. My name is Rumsfeld. I serve as the young Mrs. Butler and bodyguard. Wow, that's one of the biggest financial institutions in Calvert. They have a watertight reputation from what I hear. They do everything by the book. Uh-huh. That's impressive. So she's like really rich? So what's the situation? Right. It brings me shame to admit, but she's been kidnapped. We don't know who the perpetrator might be. It only just happened last night. As her caretaker, I'm just... I mean, do we have any evidence that she's kidnapped, or did she just leave because, you know... Wah, I'm so rich. Wah, everything in life is easy for me. Wah. I was worried that's what it was. Sounds pretty dire. Did the kidnapper make any demands? What other information do we have to go on? The young miss is a semi-permanent resident near the hotel penthouse, you see. Her father arranged it for her, hoping it would let her live more on her own terms than if she were at his home. Yeah, I guess. They used to be doing the same shit. But last night, the young miss slipped away for a night to herself, and she failed to return. This morning, we found a ransom note delivered to the hotel, written for the president. We have your daughter. 10 million mirror in cash. Yeah, I feel like she kidnapped herself, dude. She totally kidnapped herself, dude. Bring the money to the exchange point. Bring police on bracers and we'll kill her. Indeed, some individual or group has captured her. I think she kidnapped herself. It's like a test to see how much the dad cares about her. You know, that old classic. The culprit also sent the mobile terminal Berzelia has been using. They're meticulous to a terrifying degree. That's why I turned to you. We need your help to investigate these villains. I'd also like to accompany her father to the exchange point. Yeah, she definitely kidnapped herself. Oh, I get you. They said no police or bracers, but maybe they're kind of springing as an exception. I feel like they would not. Hey, I said don't bring no fucking cops. He's not a cop, he's a detective. Ah, dread. I guess he can come arrest me then. Fuck ever, man. Okay, we alright, taking this on now. We're on the case. Thank you ever so much. I knew I could count on you. So first off, can we talk to the dad? Where is he? Well, the CEO, her father, rather is often busy with his work. You know, it's not like banks run themselves. Well, I mean, I guess they kind of do, but he's an important person. He's currently overseeing a project to bring orbital network coverage to rural areas in Calvert. This involves traveling to said areas. He has no network signal out there, and we've been unable to contact him. I mean, okay, now I'm gonna be a hater in the opposite way. Basically, this motherfucker can't win. If you're the CEO of a giant corporation and you're out there going, like, you know, investigating the sites in the middle of fucking nowhere to see if we can put a telephone pole there, like, you're not using your time appropriately. Like, that's not good micromanagement or delegation. But if he doesn't do it, then he's a lazy piece of shit. So he can't win with me. I'll admit. But there is an element of like, should the CEO of the company really be the one out there doing the site investigations? Because I mean, it'd be one thing if it was like a major, huge project. If they're like, oh, we're building a city or something. I could kind of, you know, see, yeah, you know, having the personal touch of the CEO there, that could be good, especially if they are like, actually like skilled mentally or whatever. But like going out there to be like, I'm gonna set up the fiber wires. Like, brother, you got employees for that. That hopefully you pay well, right? Right? That's a problem. If he doesn't have any signal, we straight up can't call him, right? Jeez, talk about bad timing. That pretty much puts him out of the question. We gotta do this on our own, sounds like. I did observe some strange behavior that might be relevant to the case. Lately, Berzelia has been refusing her bodyguard's company when she goes out. We frequent the Tyrell district on those days. I see. We would keep a watch on her from a distance when she would go there. We found that she had befriended this young man who, pardon my judgment, he has the air of a, dare I say, ruffian about him. Could he have roped Berzelia into something shady? Well, in spite of it, their interactions are surprisingly cordial. I'm a bigot. He's actually perfectly nice, and I just said he's a ruffian because he's got a jacket on. The young man would buy her ice cream, take her to movies. By all accounts, they were simple friends. We had thought she was in good hands, then we could give her space, but evidently not. Also, editor's note, how old is this guy? Just wondering. I see, that makes me curious about the young man's background. Same, let's get to work. First up, Tyrell. Do we have some time before they want the ransom money? We do have time. By all means, take all the time. The criminal specified Dirk Memorial Park as the exchange point. I'll await you at the park's entrance. Once you've completed your investigation, please rendezvous with me. Sounds like a plan. Look at this bowing animation. Incredible butler action. Alright, gang, let's get out there and start digging for clues. It's kind of on the nose, sir. If you rearrange that sentence very slightly, your ass is getting sent to prison for copyright crimes. The worst of all crimes, as we know. Let's hit up the ice cream vendor first, see what they have to say. Understood. I'll keep tabs on all the time we have left till the handover.
Time to start working.
I'm pretty sure we have infinite time. Because Van, like all protagonists in video games, are Time Lords. Well, maybe not all. Like, 9... Honestly, yes, even all. Because even games that like, oh, you only have one save slot. Yeah, okay. Me copy, put in different folder. Oh, no! I mean, you know, it's technically an option.
Gonna eat something?
Why's it... I think the dot was yellow. I don't know. Car dealer! Car dealer! I want the car! Fancy car, want car!
Let's do
Alright,
this.
now what we are going to do is we are going to pause the video, but it will not be a week until I come back for this video. It will be tomorrow because I should have a decent bit of time to actually try and record. But, well, you know, we'll see. I wouldn't lie on camera. Probably. Technically I'm not on camera though. Oh, that's the ticket. That's the out. Your Honor. He said no cops or bracers. I brought a inspector. Extremely different. Alrighty, we backy. What was going on, gang? What were we doing? Presumably a side quest? Oh yeah, ice cream lady. Ice cream lady. We were supposed to talk to you about why are we talking ice cream? What was the quest? Oh yeah, for the girl. She ran away, or she kidnapped herself, probably. Hey there, we're private investigator working on a case with my assistants here. We're looking into a couple of people for one of our clients at the moment. If you had a rich-looking girl stop by your stall by any chance, she would have had a young guy with her? Something of a delinquent? Nobody said he was a delinquent. You're just assuming. Oh yeah, I know exactly what you must be talking about. They look like the oddest pair together, so they stuck out like a sore thumb. Yep, her being 12, him being 35. Constantly saying, it's okay, she's pretty adult for her age. That's great. Could you tell us more about them? Do you remember what they were talking about? What was your impression of them? Let me think. For two people who seemed about as different as you could get, they were getting along unusually well, like they were pretty good friends. The guy looked like a bit of a rough character, but he was telling her all kinds of things about the Tyrell district. As for the girl, she seemed pretty worried about her relationship with her dad. He was being pretty sweet and trying to give her advice from what I could hear. That's interesting. So she was talking about her family. Judging by what Rumsfeld told us, it definitely sounds like she and her father weren't all that close. Maybe that's been bothering her. Can you tell us a bit more about the guy? Anything that stuck out to him? Every little detail helps. He didn't seem all that remarkable to me, so it's hard to know what to say. He did seem surprisingly naive for a guy who otherwise looked like a troublemaker. I can tell you that much. Also heard him mention that his mom runs a general store over in Old Town. Oh no, brother, you're way too old! Ugh. Did you say general store? Of all the people it could have been, it had to be him, huh? What do you mean, Mr. Arkrod? Is that to say that you might know the identity of the young man in question? I'm gonna fucking kill him. Yeah, you could say that. Think about it. Old Town General Store, deadbeat son. There's only one guy I can think of who ticks all the boxes. Talk about Eddie, the son of the lady who runs Newberry General Store. I get it. You must be right. I heard rumors before that he likes to go out partying at night. Still don't know how the hell a guy like him wound up meeting such a rich girl, though. Gotta be more to this story still. Need to find more info. If you're looking for someone else to talk to, why don't you try Macmillan Cafe? I've seen the two of them talking out on the terrace for a handful of times. Someone there might know something. I'm just saying, if you're like 20 years old, you shouldn't have 12-year-old friends, alright? I just don't think you should be in situations where you're making 12-year-old friends and then taking them out on dates all the time, alright? That's just my opinion.
Good grief.
Did you know?
Hey there, I'm a private investigator working on a case with my assistants here. We're looking into a couple of people for one of our clients at the moment. See any young rich girls hanging out with the rough around the edges guy around here recently? Doesn't have to be a big lead or nothing. Whatever you know, we'd appreciate if you shared it with us. Oh, a private investigator, huh? That's a neat job you have. You wouldn't happen to be that famous Spriggan everyone likes to talk about in these parts, would you? Sprigger? Nah, hardly know her. I got no idea what you're talking about. Not to be rude, but we're pressed for time. We know these two have been to the cafe and we're looking to find someone who can tell us more. And your ass looks nosy as hell. Sorry if I offend you. I just not every day I get to talk to people like you. We're normal people. Anyway, I definitely know who you're talking about. I've seen those two people sitting at that table over there a lot lately. They get us some pretty interesting conversations. I know it's rude, but I can't help but listen in on them, you know? May we ask if they discussed what they've discussed in those conversations? Earlier, the girl was asking them all sorts of things about kidnapping. I told you she kidnapped herself. Like, what sort of cases have there been before? What goes into kidnapping someone? Stuff like that. He had this serious expression on his face, but she looked happy and excited for some reason. If only she thought to ask me. I'm an expert in that sort of thing. I could have told her everything she wanted to know and then some. Just because you listen to a podcast doesn't make you fucking an expert, lady. This woman appears to have some very peculiar interests. She's definitely the type that's like, I've listened to all the true crime podcasts. I could totally murder someone and get away with it. And editor's note, well, honestly, you probably could, because a lot of murders do go unsolved, especially in like rural areas. But in theory, it doesn't necessarily make you equipped to do well. Why would you want to talk about kidnapping? He must have had some sort of reason. We could have something to do with this case? Yeah, although we still don't have enough proof yet to be sure. I don't know what you guys are going on about, but it sounds like you were able to figure something out. Glad I was able to help. One more thing, that guy seems to run with a pretty tough crowd. You better be careful if you're going to keep investigating him. What sort of people are you talking about? From what I overheard, he belongs to Desire. They're a nasty gang. Fighting, stealing, blackmailing, you name it, they've done it and more. I mean, those are pretty low-level crimes, all things considered, for a gang. I mean, you shouldn't be doing any of that stuff, but of all of the three main things you could spec into as a gang, fighting, stealing, and blackmailing, I mean, that's not that bad. Those people aren't above doing anything. They'll take your lunch money, give you a swirly, maybe even an atomic wedgie. Whatever it takes to get what they want, they'll do it without blinking an eye. I don't think that guy understands what he's gotten himself into. He seems to believe they have more honors and morals than they really do. Girlie didn't seem to know any better either, just went along with what he had to say. I talked to him before in the past. He's a loser. That makes me think they might just be using him for all he's worth if his outlook toward them is all that rosy. That's what I want to warn you about. It's not him you need to be concerned about, it's the people he works with that could be a problem. Entirely possible Eddie's being put up to something without realizing it. Thanks for the tip. You've given us a lot to work with. Now that we all know all that, where should we go next? We got a pretty good handle on what's probably going on here. Now we just need to confirm our findings and go from there. Now we should figure out what's going on with Eddie. Time to take a trip to Newberry and Old Newtown. Old Town. Old Newtown? That's a good name. Alright. Oh yeah, I forgot we have our connections too. There it is.
Time to depart.
Oh, why hello.
Hey, gotta talk to your loser-ass son. Your cringe-ass loser son. Hey Brenda, I'm dropping by because of a job. I wanted to ask about your son. Mind telling us what your kid's been up to lately, besides being a cringe-ass loser? Adio, should I be worried? Did that boy of mine do something? Nothing to be alarmed about. We're looking into something we thought to ask him a few questions. How's he been doing lately? Feel free to go into as much detail as you can, please. That's a relief. As much as it can, really. I get no end of stress when it comes to that boy. As for how he's been lately, something does come to mind. He usually doesn't have a single mirror to his name or constantly demand I lend him some, but he looks like he's doing well lately. Actually, he even said he'd finally pay me back all that he owed. That's good news, isn't it? You don't sound excited. I know for a fact that boy doesn't have a job. Not even a part-time one. Come on, this is Calvary. We put the kids to work at age 12. The money he's getting is coming from that gang he's a part of. If that's not enough, they said they might promote him if he did good with his current job, if you can believe it. I think he mentioned it having to do with helping this girl he'd met, but I didn't really get it. Plot thickens. Must be some big shit he's up to if they're offering him authority. There's also the matter of the girl in question. At this point, I believe we can more or less piece together what his task entails. Eddie's really up to something dangerous, isn't he? That stupid son of mine. You please lend him a hand. Despite everything, I'm still his mother and would hate to see him get hurt. I'm gonna kill him. I'm gonna take him out back and put him up against the wall. Okay, lady? It's just what's gonna happen. Don't even need to ask. Neighbors gonna look out for each other. And by that, of course, I mean we're gonna enroll him in therapy so he can get his just terrible urges under control, alright? Make him normal. Coercively. I'm glad we're finally done talking to Brenda. That was a lot. We have everything we need to report back to Mr. Rumsfeld now, don't we? Correct. Considering when the two sides are supposed to meet, the timing couldn't be better. Means we're heading over to Dirk Memorial Park next. We'll take the time to go through all the info we gathered and come up with an action plan. Sounds good to me. Ferry reporting, submitting action plan. What if we shoot them all? I mean maybe, but that shouldn't be our first line of defense, Ferry.
Let's be on our way.
Where are you guys? Oh, there's actually people here. Oh no, there's just... It's actually just the one guy. These guys are haters. They're like, what if we were real? Oh, I remember you guys that helped us out with the monster problem earlier. Thanks again for all that. As you can see, we're back in business, thank to you. You areas still need work, but they'll reopen when they're ready. Hopefully we'll get to see a good old uptick in visitors when all's said and done. Is there anybody? No? Let's save so we don't get the bad end. Oh, it's so good to see you all. I gather your investigation of the culprit is finished, yes? Would you please inform me of what you found? Sure, more or less figured out what that led to all this. It's gonna take some explaining, so we'll go one step at a time. First thing you should know is your girl's been hanging out with a local punk named Eddie. He's part of a gang known as Desire, though he hasn't really fit in with them much until now. Desire? I've heard of that group. They're losers. People say they're so ruthless and cunning, even the police closely monitor their movements. It's true, yet despite all that, it seems that Eddie's been making a fair bit of money lately. In fact, it started happening right when he and Brasilia first met. I have reason to believe these two facts are connected to each other. I think I understand what you're trying to say. Also, what happened to Fairy? Is she hiding? Did she go out to shoot him? Essentially, you believe this Eddie fellow is receiving payment in exchange for befriending my lady? Yeah, something like that. Considering who he hangs with, it makes sense that Desire put him up to this. Although it's possible the money might actually come directly from Brasilia herself. I mean, that was kind of what I was thinking. I see. To that end, we even uncovered evidence that appears to tie all this together. According to his mother, Eddie said something rather peculiar to her. No, I don't want to clean my room, Mom. Namely, that if his so-called current assignment went well, he could be promoted to the gang's upper leadership. Considering the time of this statement, it feels all but certain this assignment in question must refer to the kidnapping and ransom. See, I believe I understand the situation now. Basically, it was Eddie who committed the kidnapping, while Desire was the organization that masterminded it, correct? Yeah, but that's not all. This is where things get crazy. Looks like Brasilia herself was in on the plan, too. She was? Checks out the more you think about it. Long story short, this whole thing is, well, actually both kind of make sense. Because she wants it to be but like, they want the money for real, but it was Brasilia's idea, so it would be both. Like, the gang is expecting to get real money. So, truth of the matter is this kidnapping's both real and staged at the same time. I will admit I had the faintest suspicion deep down it may indeed be the case. Let me rephrase my earlier assessment. In essence, my lady initially devised the kidnapping to be staged. However, now that Desire is involved, they're now attempting to turn into an actual one, genuine stakes, yes? Bingo, they're only pretending to help her with their plan. But in reality, they're after a much bigger payday. I know how evil these guys are. I definitely wouldn't pass them to try something like this. I've only paid greater heed to my lady's loneliness. Perhaps she wouldn't have felt the need to go through such extreme lengths. Sorry, I can only imagine how you must feel right now. It is what it is. Can't take back what's already happened. I think more than anything, she's trying to test her old man to see if he'll choose her over his work. Moving along, I believe the main question now is how to go about addressing the ransom itself. You do not have to respond to their demands. We can attempt to ambush them instead if you prefer. But I guess not really gonna... I mean, it would resolve the situation, but I feel like she'd just go get kidnapped again. Like she would act out more. That's quite alright. My lady's safety is absolutely paramount. Much as I would prefer to avoid doing so, I'm fully willing to offer the money. That's what it takes. Like, best case scenario is we get the money and then track them down afterwards. Right? So she's like, oh my god, they cared enough to come, you know, in person and with the money and not risk my safety. That's so cool. And then after they leave, we come in and, you know, apprehend them. Indeed it is. Nevertheless, I am prepared to take full responsibility for such a loss. I'm certain that if my master were here, he would come to the same decision without a doubt. Yeah, that's not really too encouraging. Alright, we'll play things straight with them. Keep in mind, we're talking about a gang that had the guts to pull something like this in the first place. I mean, I guess it would be encouraging to know the butler cares about you, but, like, it's not your money, you know? I mean, the money's not the important part. The important part is, like, coming in person to, like, the hostage thing. I don't think it's realistic to expect these goons to be on the up and up when it comes to time to make the exchange. Let's just stay flexible and see how they act. Depending on how it all goes down, we may need to shift gears. If we do, we may still be able to get the girl back without you having to fork over any mirror. No promises, but we'll see. If we do avoid that case, we will be taking a 10% commission, though, on the recovered money. Finder's fee and whatnot. Or fee so that it didn't have to be found fee. I appreciate the consideration. It's clear how professional and thorough you all are. Regardless, we still have some time remaining before our meeting with my lady's captors is set to commence. But I wait here until it's time to depart for the rendezvous point? Yeah, sure, whatever. May as well. We're already set on our end. Actually, before we go, I doubt those goons will take too kindly to all of us rolling up at once. Keep the numbers of people who meet with them to a minimum. You okay if that's only me who tags along? Certainly. Sounds like a wise suggestion. If I may make a suggestion, Mr. Arkwright, why don't you pretend to be my subordinate? That seems unlikely. Never thought I'd be an under-butler. Works for me. In that case, the rest of us will remain close by so we can quickly move in, should you require assistance. Sounds like a plan. Be careful, you two. I'm Fairy. Thanks, guys. Stay sharp in case things go south. Several minutes later, Van and Rumsfeld arrived at the location designated for the ransom delivery. With only moments to spare, the two came prepared, hauling an attaché case filled with Mira. My frames? What the hell? There you are. Rumsfeld, you came! Ah, my lady, I'm so relieved you're alright. Whoa now, let's not count our chickens so they've already hatched. We specifically asked for the girl's pops to come do the trade-off, but I sure don't see him anywhere. What's the deal? Don't tell me he's the guy next to you. I find it a little hard to swallow, even though he does look pretty fucking old. The master is currently away on business in a remote region. We as her bodyguards have been dispatched in her stead. Sorry, not the guy you're looking for. Don't worry, we still make sure to bring what you're really after. Got 10 million Mira right here. Should be enough to satisfy you. It's good enough. You did the bare minimum you're expected to, at least. Brother, do you expect to get tipped for the fucking ransom? We have a 15% surcharge on all ransoms. What the fuck do you mean the bare minimum? Sucks to be you though, eh, Girlie? Own daughter gets nabbed and your old man just throws some cash at the problem. Can't even bother to show his face. Don't you think it's a little suspicious he's at work? Maybe decided to ditch you and hang out with his girl toy instead? My father would never do any such thing. But I suppose perhaps he doesn't love me after all, if even this failed to sway him. I'm a loser. My lady, you have nothing to fear. It's true the master is ill-mannered at times, but there's nobody in all Zemira who loves you more than he. Yeah, that's not something you want to hear secondhand. If you don't mind, I have a message I'd like for you to hear. Perhaps it'll demonstrate how he truly feels. Is that my mobile terminal? What's it doing here? The master sent a recording to this device yesterday. Have a listen. Rumsfeld, it's really far away. I can't hear. Can you turn the speakers up? My lady, I do not know what button to press. These things, they have so many buttons now. Back in my day, they only had 2 buttons. Call, hang up. First I should explain that I have to take off this morning on the first train out. Since we can't speak in person, I wanted to leave a message for you at the very least. That's my father's voice. It's really him. I'm sorry, Rosalia. I'm always so distracted with my work. I can only imagine how lonely you must feel. Birthday's coming up soon, isn't it? I know I was away on other business trips for the past 2 birthdays and wasn't able to celebrate as I should have. But I promise you, I'll do whatever it takes to make sure I'm home in time for your birthday this year. And when I do return, I'm going to give you your present myself. Till then, it pains me to have to leave you alone yet again. Try and keep your spirits up. Know that I truly do love you, Rosalia. I'm gonna be honest, that's like the fucking bare minimum. That shit that wouldn't mean anything to me. Yeah, I mean, I'll definitely be at your birthday this time. Love you. Bye. Like, you know how pissed I would be if I was this girl? Like, I would not reassure my ass. I'm glad he's had to step up and show he knows how to be a dad for what. All he did was leave a phone message. Dude took 30 seconds. It wasn't even that heartfelt. How'd you manage to come across that voicemail? I'm genuinely impressed. I remember the master asked me several days ago how to send such a message to someone. Like, if dude cared, he would have... Like, if it was like oh, I really do truly love my daughter and I hate that I have to be away from her because my work is like so important and I'm absolutely swamped. Like, you would have figured out how to send messages like that years ago. You know, like the idea that you can't be there in person is one thing, but like only just now being like, oh yeah, I guess I can figure out how those dang voicemail thingies work. Ridiculous. I don't buy it. Made me wonder if perhaps it was the young lady to whom he sent it. Then I went searching. Sure enough, there it was. How could I have been such a fool? I shouldn't have doubted father and tested him like this. I feel like I would be more pissed than I was in the first place. I would go from like feeling like, oh, my father doesn't really care about me to like knowing his ass doesn't care that much. Sorry, Rumsfeld, I must confess this whole kidnapping was planned by me. I was scared father didn't truly love me, so I... Think nothing of it, my lady. You felt the need to act, and I completely understand how you must feel. Thanks, Rumsfeld. I'm okay, Eddie. You can let go of my hand now, creep. I might not have achieved what I set out to do, but I still want to pay everyone what I can in exchange for their time. Zilly, you don't have to do that, but if you're comfortable with it, I won't stop you. Not so quick, Eddie. This dumbass sob story's over. Now the fun begins. What's the meaning of this? We had a deal. Are you breaking it? You bet your fine rich ass we are. Why take your pitiful paycheck and we can make off with a hefty ransom? And it's all thanks to our wonderful pal Eddie. We couldn't have done it without him. It's not every day you meet a gullible mark who's just begging to be held hostage and robbed of her own money. I don't think she actually has any money herself. You can't be serious. You tricked me, Eddie? I trusted you. Lady, I'm like 25. You should have never trusted my ass. You should have had so many alarm bells ringing when I came up and said, hey, you want some ice cream, little kid? That's not true. I only agreed to help out with your fake kidnapping. I swear, this is news to me, too. As you two gents, don't even think about trying anything funny. This gun does 20 to 30 damage. 18 shots and maybe I'll kill her. Hand over the case nice and quiet like. And make it quick or else I can't guarantee Daddy's little girl celebrate her birthday in one piece. If you put even a single scratch on Miss Brasilia, you will pay for it. Man, I hate being alright. Had a feeling to go down like this. That ain't nasty to introduce yourself, but I know you're that famous spriggan everyone always talks about. I was on the lookout for caps or bracers, but I sure didn't count on meeting someone like you. That geezer there's one conniving old fart. You know about Mr. Arkwright as well, do you? I figured you to be some mere hoodlum. But it appears you're smarter than you look. A shame you wasted on such nonsense. Well, if you know who I am, we can cut right to the chase. Took on a job and I fully intend to complete it. I'm giving that girl back one way or another. If you want to make a deal, we can talk, but not until you hand her over first. Otherwise, I got permission from my butler friend here to send you all straight to Adios, and don't think I won't do it. Yeah. Hey, hold on a minute, Jeffrey. The desire I know would never stoop to something this low. Put the gun down before you do anything we'll all regret. We'd never do something like this? Don't make me laugh. I have you know, I stole $20 the other day. I'm a real criminal. Listen, I got you in the gang for one reason and one reason only, because you made for a handy, expendable pawn. But you know what? You did good putting this rich brat up to all this. Better than ever expected, really. I owe you once. I'll tell you what, you can leave our gang right now if you're so queasy about getting your hands dirty. You can't be serious, Jeffrey. Tell me you're lying. I looked up to you. I thought you were badass. Quit your sniveling already. I got punched off screen. We wouldn't want to show any violence. I mean, I guess it's for the animation budget, but I don't know, it does kind of remind me of like when old like 90s animes would get brought over to like localize, and they would like always jump cut away from any sort of violence. You know? Where were we? Oh right, letting the girl go. I wouldn't push my luck if I were you. Last time I checked, you weren't in a position to be making demands of us. As far as we're concerned, this chick's just a pile of used bait now. You sure you want to push your luck? Sure, it's like if there was a Terminator behind you. Very well, we should go ahead and hand over the briefcase. I'll ask you return the young lady to us unharmed. Yeah, you got my word. Let's step forward nice and slowly. Any sudden movements and I'll blow her brains out. You're not even pointing the gun at her, dummy. Stop right there. Leave the case on the ground and go straight back. I'll only let it go if you do. Got it, I hear you. There goes the tricky part. There's no way he hands her over quietly. I already agree that Runsville would go in and rescue her while I held these idiots back. Question is what to do about the money. Safest thing would be to prioritize her safety and let the cash go. Yeah. That'd be it's not my money. I don't give a shit. On the flip side, Runsville and I could trust Eddie with the case and focus on rescuing the girl. What to do? What do I do about the money? Why would I trust Eddie with the... Like, what does that even mean, trust Eddie with the money? Like, what is he gonna say, Eddie, get the case? Like, I don't really know what trust Eddie with the money means. Eddie doesn't even know he's supposed to be trusted with the money. I don't know, sure, let's try it. It's settled. I'm gonna trust Eddie to keep the money safe. Meanwhile, Eddie has no clue what he's supposed to do. I just want to see how this plays out. Damn right I did. Now it's your turn. Hand her over now. You think after netting this much cash doing nothing, I'm just gonna let her go? I'd be stupider than you. Amazing. Few measly little threats were enough to convince you to part ways with 10 million mirror. You're one of a damn kind. Well, holding on there for the time being. Better start scrounging on some more mirror for the next ransom. Too damn predictable. Hey, buddy! Want to clear your name and do something good for once? Think fast! Van for like the attaché case at Eddie who caught it. Huh? Holy, this thing's heavy! Think you could scam us out of our dough, do you? Give it here, Eddie! And then they shoot him 8 times in the head. I'm not letting Desire get a single coin. Wrong choice, buddy. I gave you a chance. Now go say hey to Adios, dipshit. Ah! Whoa! My lady! Ah, we've been defeated off screen. What the hell are you idiots doing? Don't blame me, boss. That old dick's stronger than he looks. I know what you mean, man, but... Damn, never thought I'd get beat up by some old dick. The numbers on our side is 5 on 2, or should I say 1. Famous or not, you still just single sprig and flying solo. Love to see you take us all on. You couldn't just S-craft and kill us all in a single instant, could you? You think I'll still work solo, huh? Got bad news for you, pal. Arcrod Solutions is expanding these days. Are you okay? We just teleported. We're the bad guys now. Your fun's over, that's why we're here. It's 5 on 4, though I do believe it's fair to say the balance of power is tilted in the other direction. All of which is to say thank you for coming to our aid. Some reinforcements, you got chicks with you. Yeah, we still got the edge. Come on, Jeffrey, let's get them. No way, we're pulling out. Why would we let them pull out? What? You heard me. I said we're pulling out. They're all faster and better than you. You're not gonna. You shouldn't be able to run away. It's like one of those things you hit the flee button and you get your escape failed. 10% chance. You heard him, boys. Time to scram. Don't think you would, jackass. I'll make you regret crossing us. But like, why wouldn't we apprehend them? Like, I'm supposed to believe Rosette couldn't, like, tie all their asses up? She couldn't be doing her teleporting, jumping around thing? The hell? That was a surprising turn of events. I have expected them to press their luck and come in swinging. Guess Desire's got some brains after all, especially in that fearless leader of theirs. I mean, I guess it's that he's maybe going to come up in other side quests later, since they actually gave him a name, but that's not the important thing right now. But it is kind of, like, dumb we just let them get away. Because it's not even like, oh, I mean, I guess this dude did get shot then? But still, that's not our problem. Rumsfeld can handle it. Certainly, my lady. Let me help too. It should be at least that it's like, okay, the leader gets away, like they all split up and we can only catch a few of them. That kind of makes sense. Like if somebody has to stay behind for this dude. But like the idea that we just let all of them run away for no reason is very silly. We got a lot done today between rescuing Bezelia and patching up Eddie. He's not completely out of the woods yet. Got a hunch those goons are gonna have it out for him after what he pulled. Took the liberty of tipping the cops off about this whole mess so they can keep him on their radar. Yeah, that'll work. At least you'll live to see another day thanks to our little hostage's quick thinking, kid. I mean, this dude would end up murdered, like, before the end of the week is done. 100%. If they're like a real gang, there's no shot. He's gonna go back to his house, he's gonna get firebombed. Eddie did nothing wrong. He was tricked by all the rest of them. How could I not help? He even managed to save the money. Thank you so much for everything, Eddie. I'm so sorry I ever doubted you. What I said was terrible. Nah, he's a loser. Fuck him. It's okay, I totally understand. I'm the one who ought to be apologizing here. So sorry I put you through that nightmare. Can't tell you how happy I am, or glad that you're okay or whatever. It's nice to see the two of you make amends. We'll cover the cost of his care. It's the least we can do to repay him for what he's done. As he can handle things from here then. Unless you need anything else, I think we're gonna bounce. Mr. Arkrod, thank you again for your assistance. I cannot begin to tell you how grateful I am to have you on our side.
Mission accomplished! Great job, you guys!
Love to see it.
Mira deposit confirmed.
I still don't really get, like, why did we throw the Ate? Like, couldn't we have just kept the case on the ground? Like, what did throwing it to Eddie really accomplish in the grand scheme of things? It was just like a weird provocative action that like would have provoked them into just shooting her, you know? But anybody chilling in the park? No? Oh, wait. No, you're not real people. You're fake people. And I go to the restricted section. You know, fucking awful big key for that bad boy. What the? We talk about how that's not even like a real pat. Like it doesn't. The key doesn't go to anything. Like it's just like a impression basically. Calvert hasn't really figured out lock technology yet, I guess. You guys got any sweet drinks? No? 50% orange juice. But alright, we are way over time, I'm pretty sure, so we should call it here. I'm Extra Cheesy 87. Stay tuned for the next part. And bye, guys.